Bryan Wammack. When it happens. Bryan Wammack.
Woo! October 2nd, 2017. 10 little fingers, 10 little toes. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Division D Toastmasters, most welcome guests, it happened, the birth of my son. And as I held his little face in the palm of my hand, his little hand wrapped around my fingers. Oh, when that happened, I felt this surge, this embodiment of purpose, and I realized internally I made a vow. I will always protect you, Daniel. And I felt confident in that vow. You see, Daniel was number 2. I have already gone through the parenting gauntlet of number 1, Luke. Oh, Luke. You hear that baby crying on the airplane? He's mine. That dad singing nursery rhymes while paying for the groceries, that's me. Bodily fluids of any kind. I went to work one day and I saw my coworker said, "Bryan, what's that on your shoulder?" And I looked, oh my goodness. Is that burp up, spit up? It's applesauce. Indeed, with Daniel, I was ready. And I was ready for 6 months for nothing, because nothing happened. My wife and I, we would look at each other. There's Luke and there's Daniel. Are all babies this easy? Perhaps it's just us. Perhaps with all the skills, with the diaper changing, kitaboo placing, I knew the intrinsic message of every cry. Oh, he's bored. I need to switch out a toy. I felt so confident in my skills that I was a proud father. The Bible says that pride comes before the fall. Indeed, one day, easy little Daniel, he got sick. And what does your everyday father do when your child is sick? I called my mom. Hey, Mom. Yeah, Daniel's sick again. No, this one's a little higher. Yeah, 104 degrees. Yeah, we tried ibuprofen. He spat it up. A suppository? What's a suppository? Apparently, a suppository is a glob of medicine shaped like a bullet that you stick on your finger and shove up your kid's butt. I don't have any of those. Yes, a lukewarm bath, that I can do. Thanks, Mom. So I took my sick little fussy Daniel, and I brought him into the bath. We put a lukewarm bath, set him in, and it seemed like immediately the relief settled in. And Daniel was brought to life, and for 30 minutes we played, we were giddy, we had fun, and I took him out, time for a nap. I set him with my wife, and I go back to the bathroom and wash my hands. You did it, Bryan. You protected your son. Success. Bryan, there's something wrong with Daniel. I remember looking in the mirror thinking, what could be wrong with Daniel? Yeah, he's a little sick. So I walk over and I'm looking at him. As I'm walking over, it's one of those things that as you perceive, it gets worse the closer you get. Indeed, there was something wrong with Daniel. His usual conscious movements were without effort, just jagged and jerky. And I rushed to his side and I picked him up. And unbidden, a memory crashed into me. When I was a boy, we had horses. I had a horse for a decade named Sonny. Sonny was an old horse, and the vet said he was in constant, unbearable pain. One day, my brother and I, we went out to the field and we dug a large hole. And we led Sonny there, and we gave him something by mouth. And soon, Sonny got on his knees, and then on his back. And I held Sonny's head as the horse started jerking. And after a while, he stopped. And I remember looking at Daniel as he's jerking. And then he stopped. God, had I lost him? For 10 seconds, I thought my son had died. My wife held up the phone. It was the paramedics. How long was he shaking? I don't know. He's stopped now. In telling this speech, I've received feedback at this point is an opportune time to let you know Daniel is an 8-year-old boy now. He's healthy. From 6 months to 8 years, however, we would have these seizures. Every time a fever came, he'd have a seizure. Who's counting? But it was a 15. And every time I thought, this is going to be the one that'll take him away. This is going to be the one that proves me a vow breaker. This is going to be the one that proves I can't protect my son. So, over time, through these seizures, I realized I was doing something. There was a change happening in me. There was something that I was leaning into when the seizures happened that wasn't fruitful. And it has a big, bad fruit to it. And that is fear. Have you ever been so afraid that you've gone completely numb? That you couldn't move? That you couldn't even love? The voices around you just drown into noise. Fear is a bad fruit. And if you let it blossom, it will wither the whole tree. My vow was putting me in a position where I was acting on fear, because if I can't protect him, well, then I'm a failure. I don't want to be a failure. And I don't want to lose my son. But I need to be still. I started listening to a new voice, a voice not driven in fear, but a voice of surrender. Listen, you're going to be challenged. There's going to be times when it happens that you're going to be so scared. Don't listen to the voice of fear. Because when you can't control the outcome, all you can really control is your presence. Mr. Contest.